Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings because the trailer dropped the other day, and I haven't given my thoughts about this yet, and I should because I love the MCU. I love everything that it has created up to this point, including their television series on Disney Plus, which include WandaVision and now Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is wrapping up this week, which I'm really excited about. And we know Black Widow is on the way. Loki is coming out. So what comes after Loki and Black Widow? Marvel's What If? But if animation is not your style, maybe live action is still going to be coming around the block because in September we are getting this movie, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And I'm going to say this, another great looking trailer. I'm not going to say it's my favorite trailer that Marvel has produced, but it does get me curious about who this character is. The problem is I don't know this character that much. He's obviously one of the I don't know him at all, actually. But then again, you look at other characters like the Eternals and Guardians of the Galaxy, and those are characters we also don't know. Guardians of the Galaxy obviously turned us around and made us realize, holy cow, these characters are really cool. And Captain Marvel was another situation like that. I didn't know who Captain Marvel was. The Captain Marvel I knew was the one from DC who eventually became Shazam. The great thing about Marvel is, well, don't worry, you don't know about these characters. You're going to know them by the end of it, and you're going to love them by the end of it, hopefully. Yes, this trailer dropped, and I'm really liking the kung fu karate aspect of the film, which also blends a lot of fantasy sci-fi elements into it. Kind of a little bit of a maybe Mortal Kombat type of feel. I don't know, maybe Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, maybe a little bit in there too. I think Simu Liu, who's playing Shang-Chi, he looks like he's going to be badass. I know him from the TV series Kim's Convenience. You got a Canadian in there representing Canada. I always love it when Canadians are casted in big blockbusters, especially in the lead role. So this is really cool. And the MCU has a couple of Canadians by this point. I know I pointed them out in the past. Evangeline Lilly is Canadian from Ant-Man and the Wasp. She plays, the Wasp. Kobe Smulders, probably the first Canadian in the MCU as Agent Maria Hill, just to name a few. This is really exciting knowing that another Canadian is casted into the lead role. Aquafina looks like she's going to be the comedic relief type of character. She's really been knocking it out of the park in a lot of movies recently. She was in the Jumanji movie. She was the voice of the dragon recently in what was it? The Last Dragon. It wasn't called The Last Dragon. It was called Raya and the Last Dragon. That's it. And she was funny in that movie. So yeah, she's going to be obviously really funny. Of course, the big thing that I have to mention is the Mandarin. If you guys seen Iron Man 3, we all know the big situation with the Mandarin in that movie, where a lot of big fans of Iron Man were looking forward to seeing the real Mandarin, and then it turns out that the Mandarin was actually an actor within the movie, played by Trevor Slattery, played in real life by Ben Kingsley. Ben Kingsley. Yeah, okay. I just had to make sure that I was getting the right actor's name. Hopefully I did. I don't know how you forget that actor. But anyways, getting back on track. Yeah, that turned out to be an actor playing the role of the Mandarin. And that's Adrian Killian or Killiage or whatever the hell his name was the real Mandarin, or he liked to pretend to be, because he had a dragon tattoo on his chest. And a lot of fans, for me, the twist in Iron Man 3 worked. For a lot of people, though, however, it did not work, and it made them upset. And even though I liked the twist, I understood people's frustrations. Because, yeah, the Mandarin is supposed to be Iron Man's greatest enemy. And we were blindsided by, oh, well, he actually isn't really the Mandarin. And clearly, Marvel heard the response and understood it completely and did a little bit of a retcon with a short film called All Hail the King, where where it was revealed that the real Mandarin was still out there and he was getting revenge for what Ben Kingsley's character did in Iron Man 3. But a lot of people never actually thought they'd go back and redo the Mandarin. They thought, okay, they did this little short film to shut people up. But no, now because of that retcon, it looks like Marvel's ready to. And now that we're in this new chapter of the MCU, maybe now it's time for the Mandarin to finally poke his head out. Which is really exciting for me personally because yeah, even though I like the twist, I still want to see the real Mandarin portrayed on screen, not as a fake person behind a curtain, like an actor portraying the real man. No, I want the real Mandarin showing up and causing trouble. The only sadness about this, though, is that we won't get to see him go toe to toe with Iron Man. But whatever, at least we're getting the true Mandarin. But then again, you'll never know if they keep the Mandarin around, and maybe one day Tony Stark does return. Some people think he will. I think they should leave Tony Stark dead, because it's already bad enough when people start doubting the deaths in the MCU, especially in a late one of the latest interviews with what's his name, Alfred Molina, where one of the directors even told him, "Hey, how am I coming back? Oh, don't worry. In this universe, everybody comes back to life after they die." So it's like, oh, come on, don't say that, because I want to believe in the deaths that happen in the MCU so we can absorb them and feel for them while they're gone, and not knowing that like 5 months later or 5 years later they're going to be back. It's like, no, keep the deaths the way they are, unless you're going back in time and doing a certain movie around a certain period, then maybe bring back that actor. Who knows? But if they're no longer around, then I think they should stay dead. I am looking forward to this movie, of course, as I am with every MCU movie, so there's really no surprise there for me. I'm curious about the 10 rings and how, because they didn't really feature the 10 rings in this trailer. Some people are saying it was the thing on the guy's arm. If you counted them, there were 10 rings around his arm. I only counted 4, so okay, if there were 10, that's what people are saying. So the 10 rings I thought would be on his fingers, but whatever. Maybe they're changing it up for the movies. I'm curious on how they work, because I know a little bit about the Mandarin, but not too much. And even the stuff about the rings, I'm not sure I know everything about them. So I'm hoping the movies get it somewhat accurate to the comics so I can get a little bit of an idea. Or maybe I'll just pick up a couple of Mandarin comics or read it up on Wikipedia or something, seeing what the whole gist about that is about. So other than that, guys, look, this is going to be really cool. I can't wait for September. We have so much Marvel content coming out this year that it's like, the year is already almost halfway done. So it's like we're already in April, we're almost in May. June is just around the corner, and then we're already halfway through the year. And September will be here in like no time, especially with Loki coming out in June and Black Widow in July. And then hopefully the Marvel What If series right after. That will keep us occupied for a little bit. So we have a lot, and the year will go by quick. So with that being said, guys, tell me your thoughts on the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings trailer. Did you enjoy it? Are there anything that stuck out to you in this trailer? Let me know. And if you want to explain what the rings are, go for it. Educate me if you want. I'm always open to other people teaching me if I don't know too much. So I'm always lending an open ear to learn more. So with that being said, until next time, everybody, take care.